welcome to my channel, and I am Stephanie, and this is the week for March the 25th through the 31st wrap-up. This week was not very productive. Although it was spring break, and I was at home with my littles, and we spent a lot of time here. We did go out and see the new Pacific Rim Uprising. If you follow me on Instagram or our friends on Facebook, you know you've seen his review of it, which he totally enjoyed it. But for the rest of the week, I really kind of fell down a different hole. Instead of reading, I was binge watching Heart of Dixie. It's a CW show about this big time doctor from New York. She goes down and inherits or decides to take a general practitioner's position, actually a partnership, down in Alabama, and ends up loving it. It's 4 seasons long, and I just kind of fell down that hole and started watching it, and it was just really, really crazy and didn't really get very much reading done. I did purchase my 3 new bookshelves that I will be using because I acquired 60 plus books from a Polycon, which was the weekend before, which you guys probably heard about in last week's videos. But yes, it just wasn't a very productive reading week. So I read 3 books this week, and yeah, that's it. So let's just get into the books. They weren't, one was great, and then the other 2 were just kind of like, why? But the first one I read or finished reading this week was Before I Ever Met You by Karina. I placed this in the new adult section. I listened to it on audiobooks, and I give this book 3 stars. This book follows William, who is an older gentleman. I shouldn't say older, he's my age, so he's like 40, 41, and he ends up getting a divorce from his wife. He's in the illustration and film production sort of genre or business, and he's the vice president of a company. Well, he worked in LA. Once he got divorced from his wife, he moved back to Vancouver, I believe it was, and starts working with the headquarters of the company there. And his friends are there. He is friends with the family's president, and the family's president has a daughter who is about 25, 26. So there is about a 16-year age gap. And normally age gaps don't bother me, but in this story, it was annoying. It was annoying for me. So Jackie is the 25, 26-year-old woman, and she's a mother. She's a single parent. She kind of had it rough, and she has sort of a backstory. But their interaction, I didn't necessarily feel any of their chemistry, and it just didn't rub me the right way. So that's why I gave it 3 stars. The next book I did read was Two Wedding Crashers, Dating by Numbers number 2 by Meghan Quinn, and I did love this book. I placed this one in the rom-com category. I read it as an arc. Unfortunately, I didn't get it done before the book was released, but I did get it done shortly after, and I give this book 5 stars. I love this book. Riley, who is our female character, main character, she is a writer, and she gets writer's block. Well, she decides, her friends sort of force her down to go and attend a wedding, sort of to do their wedding crasher thing. And this is where she meets Beck. Well, Beck we learned about in the Dating by Numbers book number 1. Why I can't remember that name of the book right now. But anyways, you meet him sort of in that one. You know that he has sort of this mysterious background. And in this book, you learn about that background. And oh my goodness, Meghan Quinn does this thing where she will make you laugh out loud and have you in stitches to the point where you're just like, yes, I'm loving this book, loving this book, loving this book. And then she rips your freaking heart out. She just like reaches down into your soul and is like, there you go. Bring the tears, bring the pain, bring the emotion, and it's just all over. but it's all over in like the best freaking way. I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars, like I said. Just enjoyed it. I can't wait to read more about these guys. This book, I believe, is done, so technically you can read this one as a standalone. You're not missing anything by not reading the first book in the standalone series, so don't worry about that. So if you just like this review of this book and you want a rom-com that has lots of emotion and it's about wedding crashing, definitely just go pick this one up because it's amazing. And then the final book that I read in March was Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. It's a book of poems. It's been raved about here on Booktube and all over the place. Yeah. I gave this book 2 stars. It was not for me. I obviously didn't get it. I'm not into the poems. I'm not into figuring out what is actually meant. It seemed more like someone's just random thoughts kind of thrown onto a page and bundled up into like 200 pages of random thoughts. That's all it was for me. Did I understand some of them? I guess I could say I understood some of them and had those thoughts at the same time, but it doesn't even like expound on what those thoughts mean or what those thoughts could mean. It's just like, here's my word vomit, and that's it. This is my one thought. Okay. Didn't do it for me. So those are the 3 books that I read in the end of March. So March 25th through the 31st. As I said, it wasn't all that great. 2 Wedding Crashers did definitely keep me, intrigued and into it. But that's it. I am participating in Spring to It Videoathon, which is sort of in the same same concept as VEDA, which is video every day in April. So yeah, I'm going to be using their categories for most of the month, but I'm slacking because I didn't put up a video for April 1st, but I am going to be putting up one for April 2nd. This one you guys will be seeing for April 3rd as my weekly video. And then, of course, you'll get my monthly wrap-up for, I think, day 5 it is. So I'm going to do the normal book things that I do on my Tuesdays and Thursdays and supplement their categories or use their categories as supplements for my videos for the rest of the month. So you'll get lots and lots of my face this month. Hope you guys like it and enjoy it. If you have read any of the books that I have just mentioned, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later. See you tomorrow.